Bob Wellman. I'm the head women's girls varsity basketball coach at Dow High School, entering my 11th season here at Dow basketball. We've had seasons where we've had 16 wins, we've had 20-win seasons. I've had first couple years we had 12 wins, and I think some people on the outside will look at a 12-win season and go, well, they weren't real successful. But again, success can be based on many different things, and I really base a lot on what did my kids learn from the season. Did they develop as athletes? Did they become better basketball players? Did they continue to become better people? And were they continually progressing throughout the season? We want to be representing not only ourselves but Dow High School, our families that we come from. We feel it's very important that we always show respect to everyone involved in everything. I don't ever want to see one of my girls complaining about anything or saying something negative about an official or another player or this and that. You know, and that's something I often have to stress at my parent meeting is that I expect parents to understand what we're teaching and our expectations of the girls. And I put expectations on my parents. We want those cool or those good Dow parents, or that good Dow crowd, not the that Dow crowd. So we stress to our coaches to make sure that they are with the understanding that we want good, solid kids, good, solid citizens. They respect the rules, the training rules, every expectation that we have in the athletic department. And we also stress the importance of academics. That's something that really needs to be stressed to those non-faculty coaches. There's going to be times when you're going to get frustrated with an official. It doesn't help anything if you're going to argue with an official. Talk to them kindly. It always comes back, I think, in a positive way. But also, I've had kids come to me and say, Coach, you never get mad at them. And I said, there's no reason to. All we have to do is play our game and do the best we can. And I think this is what I try to stress to new coaches is that you need to project the attitude that you want your kids to have. And I think that's a big key. You know, I don't know if I ever had a bully coach. I've had coaches that have gotten on me really hard to try to get me tough, and I think we talked a little bit about toughness. I've seen some coaches that have just belittled kids, and that is something that we have always tried to stress that we do not want that at all here. You got to treat these athletes as if they were your kids, and because that's important that they understand that you've got to have family atmosphere and let these kids know that they're loved and you're not here to do anything but make them better in the game, or whatever game it is. And of course, in my case, it's basketball. Whether I think there are some coaches out there that will just belittle a kid, thinking that that's a way to get them to improve. And I don't think that is the best way. I think you need to help a kid by telling them what you see they need to get better at, and there's many different ways to deal with that. Nicely done. Hey, where were those buckets on Friday? Where were those things on Friday? It's a different society. It's there are kids out there that you really have to coach differently. There are certain situations out there that you have to deal with differently than what you had done in the past. I remember when I was in high school, this is how it's done by everybody, it doesn't matter. Give you an example, I've got a couple kids that are late to practice every day, and the reason for it is because they have a 7th hour. And that 7th hour runs right into a little bit after our starting our practice. Now, I'm not going to punish the kids for being late. Now, in the past, you're late to practice, this team's going to run for it. Now, and maybe that's not the exact example that you want, but that's an example is that our team understands that these kids have the responsibility of school first, and I stress that. They're going to be here probably 5 to 10 minutes after our practices, so they're going to then warm up differently than what our team does and get themselves ready, and when they're ready, they're going to get involved in practice. I think we talked about what? If you're going to play defense on someone and you get beat, you've got someone there for what? For help. And we weren't there all the time. So I'm on the line like I'm supposed to. The ball's passed, I gotta close out, shot, I gotta put a body on her, then I go after the rebound. You know, there's times where you can look at an athlete, you know your individuals. And I double check to make sure things are good at home or this and that. And it's that awareness of as a coach of knowing your team, your athlete.